The moment you realize that nobody is coming to save you, something inside you changes forever. Not slowly, not gently, it hits you like truth always does. Hard, cold, undeniable. And in that moment, you have two choices. You either break, or you become unbreakable. Before we go deeper, if you're ready to transform your mind, your discipline, and your life, subscribe now, because what you're about to hear is not comfort. It is power. There is a silent war happening inside you every single day. A war between who you are and who you could become. Most people lose this war without even realizing it. They blame the world. They blame people. They blame circumstances. But the Stoic understands something different. The real battlefield is within. You don't control what happens. You control how you respond. And that changes everything. Pain is not your enemy. You were taught to avoid it, to run from discomfort, to escape anything that makes you feel weak. But pain is a teacher that never lies. Every hardship you face is shaping you, sharpening you, preparing you. When life becomes heavy, when everything feels like it's falling apart, that is not the end. That is the moment you are being forged. Strong people are not born in comfort. They are built in struggle. Stop seeking validation. The moment you start needing approval, you lose control over your own life. You start adjusting yourself to fit expectations. You silence your truth just to be accepted. But the Stoic does not beg for attention. He does not chase applause. He stands firm in who he is, even if the world disagrees. Because real strength comes from within, not from the opinions of others. Control your emotions, or they will control you. Anger, fear, jealousy, they feel powerful. They feel overwhelming, but they are only as strong as your reaction to them. The Stoic does not suppress emotion. He understands it, observes it, masters it. When others panic, he remains calm. When others react, he chooses. That is power. You will lose people. Some will walk away. Some will betray you. Some will forget you. And it will hurt. But here is the truth most people refuse to accept. Not everyone is meant to stay. Holding on to what is already gone will only destroy you. The Stoic lets go, not because he doesn't care, but because he understands that peace is more important than attachment. Discipline is your freedom. People think freedom is doing whatever you want. But real freedom comes from control. When you control your habits, your thoughts, your actions, you become unstoppable. Without discipline, you are a slave to your impulses. With discipline, you own your life. Time is slipping away. Every second you waste, every moment you delay, you are losing something you will never get back. The Stoic lives with urgency, not anxiety. He understands that life is short, unpredictable, fragile. So he acts. He does not wait for the perfect moment, because he knows it will never come. You are stronger than you think. Your mind will tell you to quit. It will tell you that it's too hard, too painful, too much. But your limits are not real. They are created by fear. Push past them, and you will discover a version of yourself you never knew existed. Silence is power. Not every situation requires a response. Not every opinion deserves your attention. The Stoic knows when to speak, and when to remain silent. Because silence protects your energy. Silence protects your focus. And in silence, you become dangerous. In the end, everything comes down to this. Life will test you. It will challenge you, break you, push you to your limits. But you have a choice. You can complain, or you can grow. You can resist, or you can adapt. You can fall, or you can rise. The Stoic chooses to rise. Every time. If something inside you woke up while listening to this, don't ignore it. That feeling, that fire, that discomfort, that is your potential calling you. Subscribe now, and start building the version of yourself that refuses to break. Because the world does not need more comfort. It needs more strength. And that strength starts with you. Good. Now we go deeper. Most people think strength is loud. They think it's about proving something, showing something, dominating something. But real strength is quiet. It is the man who walks away from disrespect without needing revenge. It is the person who keeps going when nobody is watching. It is the mind that refuses to collapse, even when everything inside is screaming. You don't need to renounce your power. You become it. You must learn to be alone. Not lonely, alone. There is a difference. Loneliness comes from needing others to fill a void. Solitude comes from being complete within yourself. If you cannot sit with your own thoughts, your own silence, your own presence, you will always depend on the world to distract you. And the world is unreliable. The Stoic builds a mind that is comfortable in silence. Because in that silence, he finds clarity. Your thoughts are shaping your reality. Every doubt you entertain, every fear you repeat, becomes a prison. You may not see the chains, but they're there. The Stoic watches his mind carefully. He questions negative thoughts. He refuses to believe everything he feels. Because not every thought deserves your trust. Control your mind, and you control your life. Hardship reveals truth. When everything is easy, everyone looks strong. Everyone appears confident, capable, unshakable. But pressure exposes reality. When life becomes difficult, masks fall. That is when you discover who you really are. Do you run, or do you stand? Do you complain, or do you endure? The Stoic does not fear hardship. He welcomes it. Because he knows it is the only way to grow. Detach from outcomes. You cannot control results. You can only control effort. And yet, most people suffer because they are obsessed with outcomes. They tie their happiness to things they cannot guarantee. Success, recognition, approval. The Stoic focuses on action. He gives everything he has, without needing a specific result. And in that detachment, he finds peace. You don't need motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes, like waves. If you depend on it, you will fail when it disappears. Discipline does not ask how you feel. It demands action, regardless of emotion. The Stoic does not wait to feel ready. He moves anyway. That is why he wins. Accept reality, completely, not partially, not when it's convenient, completely. Denial creates suffering. Resistance creates frustration, but acceptance creates clarity. When you accept things as they are, you stop wasting energy fighting what cannot be changed. And you redirect that energy toward what can. That is where power lives. Guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not every conversation is worth your attention. Not every argument is worth your time. The Stoic is selective. He chooses where his energy goes, carefully. Because energy is life, and wasting it on negativity, distractions, or toxic people, will slowly destroy you. You are responsible for your life. Not your past, not your circumstances, not other people, you. This truth is heavy, because it removes excuses, but it also gives you control. The moment you stop blaming, you start transforming. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when everything feels pointless, days when your strength feels gone. This is normal. Even the strongest minds experience doubt. But the difference is, they do not stop. They rest, they reflect, they recover, but they do not quit. Because they understand something powerful. Quitting is permanent. Pain is temporary. And one day, without even realizing it, you will become the person you once needed. Calm under pressure. Focused in chaos. Unshaken by opinions. Unbroken by pain. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. If you're still here, it means something inside you refuses to stay weak. Listen to that voice. Feed it, build it, become it, subscribe, and continue this journey. Because this is not just content. This is transformation. Now it becomes even more real. You will outgrow people, not because you are better, but because you are different. Your mindset will change. Your priorities will shift. Your tolerance for negativity will disappear. And suddenly, the conversations that once felt normal will feel empty. The environments that once felt comfortable will feel suffocating. This is not loss. This is evolution. The Stoic does not shrink himself to fit old spaces. He expands, and lets life adjust. Comfort is dangerous. It feels safe. It feels easy. It feels right. But comfort is where growth dies. When everything is convenient, you stop pushing. You stop improving. You stop becoming. The Stoic chooses discomfort. On purpose. Early mornings. Hard discipline. Difficult choices. Because he knows that every moment of discomfort is building strength. You must face yourself. Not the version you show the world. The real one. Your fears. Your insecurities. Your weaknesses. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding this. They distract themselves. They blame others. They run. But the Stoic sits with it. He studies himself, honestly, without excuses. Because you cannot improve what you refuse to face. Stop fearing judgment. People will talk. No matter what you do, if you succeed, they judge you. If you fail, they judge you. If you change, they judge you. So why let their opinions control your actions? The Stoic lives by his values, not by approval. Because in the end, the only opinion that truly matters is the one you have of yourself. Every day is a test. Not a dramatic one, not always obvious, but constant. How you respond to small frustrations. How you handle inconvenience. How you treat people when you gain power. These moments define you, not the big events, the small, consistent choices. The Stoic treats every moment as an opportunity to practice strength. You don't need more time. You need more focus. Everyone has the same hours. But not everyone uses them the same way. Distraction is the enemy. Endless scrolling. Pointless conversations. Empty entertainment. They steal your life. Slowly, silently. The Stoic protects his focus like his future depends on it, because it does. Fear will always be there. It does not disappear. Even the strongest minds feel it, but courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of it. The Stoic feels fear, and moves forward anyway. That is what separates him. Let go of control, where it doesn't belong. You cannot control people. You cannot control outcomes. You cannot control everything that happens to you. Trying to control the uncontrollable will break you. The Stoic focuses only on what is his thoughts, his actions, his responses, and by mastering these, he becomes untouchable. There is power in patience. Not passive waiting, but controlled persistence. The ability to stay consistent, even when results are slow. Most people quit because they don't see immediate progress. The Stoic understands that greatness takes time. So he continues, quietly, relentlessly. You are becoming. Every single day, with every decision, every habit, every thought, you are either building strength, or feeding weakness. There is no neutral. The Stoic chooses growth. Intentionally, again and again, every day. And one day, you will look back at the pain, the struggle, the discipline, the sacrifice, and you will realize something powerful. It was all necessary. Every challenge shaped you. Every setback strengthened you. Every moment of doubt refined you. You did not break, you transformed. If you feel the weight of these words, that's a good thing. It means you're waking up. Don't go back to sleep. Subscribe, stay on this path, and keep building. Because the strongest version of you is not in the past. It's being created right now. This is where everything comes together. One day, it will all make sense. The pain you didn't understand. The losses you didn't deserve. The struggles that nearly broke you. They were not there to destroy you. They were there to reveal you. You were never meant to live a soft life. You were meant to become someone who can stand in the middle of chaos, and remain calm. Someone who can face pressure, and not collapse. Someone who does not beg for comfort, but creates strength. The world will not slow down for you. It will not adjust to your feelings. It will not care about your excuses. And that truth is not cruel. It is freeing, because it means everything you become is in your hands. You now see clearly what matters, what doesn't, what deserves your energy, and what doesn't. You understand that discipline is not punishment. It is power. That pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. That being alone is not weakness. It is where you discover who you truly are. From this moment forward, you move differently. You think differently. You react differently. You live differently. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. There will still be hard days. Days where doubt returns. Days where your mind feels heavy. But now, you know what to do. You don't run. You don't quit. You stand. You breathe. You continue. This is what it means to be unshakable. Not perfect. Not emotionless. But steady. Grounded. In control. Even when everything around you is not. So remember this. You don't need approval. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need anyone to come and save you. Everything you need is already within you. If you made it this far, then you are not average. There is something inside you that refuses to stay weak. Something that wants more. Something that demands growth. Don't ignore it. Subscribe. Stay consistent, and keep building yourself. Because this is not just motivation. This is a way of life. And once you truly embrace it, you don't go back. You rise. Again. And again. And again. Until nothing can shake you.